The squad looks good. You know, everybody this season, what I've liked about Arsenal, everybody this season who's come in has played a part.
Yeah.
You saw Reece Nelson last week, comes in, and that's not the first time he's done that this season, where he's come in and he's played a part.
Yeah.
Yesterday, it was Trossard's turn. You know, it wasn't Saka, you know what I mean? He was quiet. A lot of Saka had a fairly quiet game. Yeah. But it was all coming down that left-hand side, and Trossard was brilliant in the game. And that was a very, very impressive win by Arsenal with a clean sheet. And it's another game closed off. And actually, Arsenal now play next weekend. Manchester City don't, because they're in the FA Cup. They've got the FA Cup game. If Arsenal win that game, they go 8 points clear. Of course, City would have a game in hand. But 8 points clear is starting to, you know, the games are starting to tick off. Do you guys think they can do it? That Arsenal can win the league this season?
Gives us, do you know, for me, what it is not only you play. Wonderful football doesn't win league titles. It just doesn't. That's not the be all and end all. For me, what Arsenal have done this season, which they haven't done for the last 10 years, is have a backbone. Which that's what I was talking about with Liverpool earlier. They just seem to be able to get over the line, no matter what performance it is that they're having. They get over the line, and it's the signings we were talking about Tottenham earlier about. They've backed the team, but they haven't made the right signings. Every signing, like Robbie's just said, has been hitting the floor running. That's straight away Trossard coming in getting 3 assists. He's got more assists than Trent this season, lad, already in one game. So the team just look like I hate to say it, mentality monsters, like Klopp used to say about Liverpool. They look strong, they look passionate, and that's why you're getting these players that are coming in and just able to get with the culture and get with the momentum and play well. That's what's happening. It's scary, lads, to be quite honest with you.
If the question is, can do it? Yeah, no doubt about it. I think, but will they do it is a different question. I think crossing that line is always a little bit, and I think
will they do it?
I personally think City are still there. You can never rule Pep's team out.
Of course they're still there, but
seven out of the last 9. I feel like over the last couple of weeks, City have actually been coming into, like, playing wise, they're now coming into their own.
But they didn't play well. They didn't play well against Palace.
Yeah, against Palace.
I mean, if that had been Arsenal, a lot of people would have been saying, well,
no, because I don't think Arsenal have been playing great the past 5 or 4 weeks,
City
to be honest. I felt like City for most of the season haven't been playing great football, but since the Norwich Nottingham Forest game, which they actually drew as well, I actually thought that was the best football they'd played.
I think since the Wolves home game.
Yeah, with Haaland in the team, with the back three, this system now, Pep is starting to figure out. Second half of the season, and I said 5 points is not a huge gap. With City to play at the Etihad as well.
You got 50 quid.
You're looking at the positive.
You got 50 quid. You want to put it down on
the
team?
Who
would you put it on?
Haram, brother. I don't bet. Haram, brother.
You bet your haram.
I'm still paying on City.
Thanks for getting out of that one, lads.
But you're looking at the positive side, which you should as an Arsenal fan, thinking 8 points. But you lose that Etihad game, 2 points. Can you keep that up for
also got Liverpool at Anfield
8 games at the end of the season? Breathing on your neck, 2 point City. Experienced pressure. Because you guys saw what pressure felt like in the top 4 race last year.
But there's a difference.
I love that, and that's what Doyley was touching about. Now we see how that comes, especially now in the last 10, 11 games. This is what Fergie used to call squeaky bum time. Now we really...
Let me just say, I feel there's quite a significant difference, right? So I've said this a few times. If you look at that run-in, so look at the game that when we played Tottenham, Cedric at right back, Holding centre back, in midfield was El Neni, you know. Same.
Head cooked.
Yeah, same when we went away. When we went away to Nuno Tavares on the left-hand side. It was a similar thing when we went away to Newcastle. That's not the team this season. This is what I'm trying to say to a lot of people. There's a difference, right? You know what I mean? You've got Zinchenko at left back. You've got Saliba and Gabriel. You've got, you know, at right back, you can have Ben White or Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
Right? In the midfield area now, there's cover even there. You could bring in, you know, a Jorginho, but you've got Partey who stayed fit. You've now up front with Jesus coming back, got the options of, you know, Jesus, Trossard, Reece Nelson, Saka, and Ketia will be back after the break. Smith Rowe's back as well. The squad's stronger now. My thing is, if they keep all of those fit from now, or the majority of those fit from now to the end of the season, I think we've got a great chance. It's not the same type of teams
I agree. And
that are going into those games. There was a lot of people didn't focus a lot on that last season. Up front, it was Lacazette, and you know what I mean. So,
What's happened to this Arsenal team? Man? What is this?
Man, bring them back. Bloody hell, man.
It's a
you know when they do
different
like a 27 pass move and he just fluffs it.
Do you know,
yes!
Hey, just to add one point to that is right as well, right? Because I've done this with Liverpool. Right, one point with this, Liverpool and City, right? We've always been the one chasing City, right? And there's a difference between being chased and chasing. Being chased is much harder, believe me, because it means you've got pressure on you every single week to win, and you do when you're chasing somebody. But if you don't win, it's fine because you're not going to lose anything. But if you're top, you lose, lad. And that's why I'm saying testament to Arsenal's mentality, because they've been top of the league the whole season. They've had City chasing them, and City aren't used to chasing, lad. They're usually at the top getting chased. So this mentality that Arsenal have built for themselves is not, it's phenomenal, believe me. It's not just good. This is top tier mentality, lad. They're being chased by the best teams in the world, and they're winning. I hate to say it, hate it, but look at it, lad. It's real. It's happening, lad.
Would you not say this is like the City's worst team in the past 4 or 5 years?
My opinion isn't gonna change over the win over Fulham. Now I watched the game against Fulham. You were ridiculous. It was they didn't have their starting DM in there, and you felt that.
Palhinha come to Liverpool, lads.
He did. You know, the amount of space that was given at times, you ripped them down the left hand side. Trossard and Martinelli interchanging. Trossard, I watched you guys even against Sporting. Nelson's left foot, you could see the crossing wasn't quite there. Trossard comes in, starts picking out crosses with his left foot. He can shoot. He can play in the Jesus position and kick him out the team in the middle. He can play on the left. He can shoot with both feet. The guy is a ridiculous impact right now from the January transfer window. So I was very impressed with him and the whole performance, really. Ramsdale, a couple of times, he almost got
He's like he's bored, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was getting bored.
Almost injured himself.
Yeah, almost injured himself. He needs to keep razor sharp. My opinion on Arsenal winning it is not going to change. As a Chelsea fan, I say that because I'm going to wait, and you got Palace, you got Leeds. I expect you to win these games. Sporting, and when you play Liverpool on the 9th of April
at Anfield,
if you get through that, forget City, because I watched you guys against City when you went there in the cup, and you went tick for tack with them. I'm looking at the Liverpool game at Anfield, and if you get through that and you say you even beat them, right, in the state that Liverpool have been in this season, then I will change my position on you guys. I'll be like, okay, cool, I think you're going to do it. But right now, I'm hanging in there.
Set a new record yesterday, Arsenal. The first team to win 5 away London derbies without conceding a goal.
Mad.
Rizwan with a super chat says Matisse, Abbey, Fuad should all buy flights now while they're cheap. If Arsenal are winning the league, and I hope you all get ready to have the most unbearable summer 2023. Sachiv says,
I won't be in this country.
It's not life for me, lad. I'm a Scouser, lad.
This is one for you, Doyle. Just there's loads coming out. Sachiv says, do you guys think Jude Bellingham would go to Liverpool if they end up in the Conference League? He's got laughing emojis after that.
Yes, I do. Jurgen Klopp's not going anywhere. We've bought new strong signings with Gakpo and Nunez this season. We'll only strengthen the team further. I genuinely think we need to look at players like Paulina, who is fantastic. I said it at the start of the season when he was doing well. Liverpool need midfielders. There's one that we can go to pair with Jude Bellingham. He's got Elliott and he's got Bajcetic next to him. He's friends with Trent. He's friends with Hendo. It all seems well. That matters, okay? Mates matter, alright? You don't go to team, you got no mates. I genuinely think that it doesn't.
Mason Mount and Rice are friends, and I know you have interest.
It's not the same now, is it, lad?
It is.
It's not.
Best friends.
Mate, you want to look at Rice yourself.
Like, listen,
the best out of Enzo.
I just feel like it suits him. Liverpool suits him, the club culture, the family environment, that type of, and he's an English boy as well. I just think it suits. I can't see him going to City. I really can't see it.
Ibi says Liverpool fans at the start of the season liked us. He's an Arsenal fan, but I looks at it, he says, but now it's close. They don't want us winning, do they? We ain't got no beef with you. Be happy for us.
It's one of them. Like I didn't want any team to come in and just beat City like it was nothing. However, I don't want City to win anything ever again for the rest of football history. Okay, so if Arsenal have to beat them to this title, that's just what has to happen. And if City win nothing this season, then great, innit? Boss, love it.
Cushin Youssef says Robbie mentioned Arsenal and everybody's head went down. We're back.
Yeah.
City were crap at Palace. They should have lost, says RYDOBOY94, who also says if Liverpool beats City, it's over. Come on, you Gunners, because you've also got City as well.
Yeah, it's at their ground. Like.
Sandy says, Fuad, bro, you and Toby are too intelligent to suffer like this. Walk into the light and come over to the right side of North London. We feel your pain.
Listen, one week they're telling me to come over. The last stream I was on, they were telling me, you can never apply to me. Which is it? Do you love me or do you hate me?
And Silver Ronin says, he super chat right at the start of the stream,